They've weaponized the Justice Department. They've weaponized the FBI, and they've come out.
I don't understand why these people are panicking. Before I say anything, I'm going to play this video so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. And if possible, why not share out this video?
They've weaponized the Justice Department. They've weaponized the FBI, and they've come at me with the worst indictments. If they want to follow through on this, yeah, it could certainly happen in reverse. It could certainly happen in reverse. What they've done is they've released the genie out of the box. They have done something that allows the next party. I mean, if I happen to be president and I see somebody who's doing well and beating me very badly, I say, go down and indict them. Mostly that would be, they would be out of business. They'd be out of the election. In my case, they were such pathetic indictments.
Okay, and that's a dictatorship. They don't see the signs of fascism.
And they don't see that they will be the next victims of this vitriol.
And the reality is this, Donald Trump is running for president for two reasons: to stay out of jail and to get revenge on his enemies. And when he speaks, we should listen, and frankly, it's scary. He's already said he's going to come after people like General John Kelly, my former boss, Chairman Mark Milley, people who dare to stand against him, Mike Pence.
Journalists.
I think there's reason for all of us to be concerned.
What about us?
But there's a really interesting...
Try it. Go ahead, try it. We have this show every day, okay, Donald?
There's a really interesting metaphor in Susan Glasser's book, The Divider, about Trump, where she describes him like the dinosaur in Jurassic Park who gets smarter and he learns how to open the door.
I have a legal note. A Trump aide said that the former president was not claiming that he was going to seek retribution against his political opponents, but attempting to make the point that a new precedent had been set. Eddie's doing this to me. Had been set by the...
Yes, recently I came across this video you just saw. Cackling the View has been on a meltdown for some time now. I don't know why they are afraid. If you are doing your thing, careless about who is president, the reason these people keep calling out Trump on daily basis and it's still not helping their ratings, I don't get it. They had this segment where they had to freak out. If Trump is re-elected, he will go after people he disagree with, which is not the case. Before Trump became president, a lot of people speculated all sorts of things. He became president. What we saw was actually different from what they said.
And yet, the hand-wringing and cocktail party speculation about an alternative to Joe Biden is continuing, will continue. Guess what? Joe Biden isn't perfect. No candidate is, by the way. But we have to understand what the alternative is here. If elected to a second term, Donald Trump would prosecute anyone he deems an enemy, unleash troops on protesters, and essentially unravel the rule of law as we know it. And this time, he plans to line his administration with people who will actually help him do it. But sure, Joe Biden is 3 years older and occasionally trips over things. Look, there's a lot to be concerned about right now when it comes to a second Trump term. The speeches are getting much more disturbing and much more unhinged, and we should all hear it that way. You have thought a lot about Donald Trump, and you have studied him a lot. You've been so involved in holding him accountable. When he said this week, if they're beating me, go down and indict them, and some of the pronouncements he's made over the weekend, I've heard that as kind of his authoritarian impulses getting worse. How do you hear them?
Well, the role of the government, in his view, is to advance his political fortunes and destroy his political enemies. So what would a second term look like? It would look a lot like Vladimir Putin in Russia. It would look a lot like Viktor Orban in Hungary. Illiberal democracy, meaning democracy without rights or liberties or respect for the due process system, the rule of law. And in fact, there's not much democracy left to it because their position is that they don't accept the integrity of any election where they lose. And that is a hallmark of an authoritarian party. They don't accept elections that don't go their ways. They refuse to disavow political violence. They embrace political violence as an instrument for obtaining power. And then everything flows from the will of...
I don't know why these people continue to be like this on a daily basis. There is no single day They don't freak out about Trump. This one is saying, if Trump becomes president again, oh, this will happen. If Trump becomes president, this will happen. Every single day, they keep saying the same thing. It is like if they don't mention Trump's name on every episode, their ratings will tank. Oh, what exactly? I don't get. The fear of Trump has become something that when I look at Libra through his eyes, I see it clearly. I saw this video of Behar saying, oh, if Trump becomes president, oh, why would Trump even come after them? What are they saying that Trump is even listening? That is a question that puzzled through me, because when you look through this show, you will not really even see something really important that can trigger you, because all they do is to, cackling on daily basis. So I don't understand why they keep on freaking out. Oh, Trump will come after, he will go after his enemy, he will go after people he disagree with. Trump is afraid to go to prison. I've been hearing this now for 1 year straight. It is insane. They don't talk about if Trump becomes president, he can better the economy or do this. Instead, they continue to go for that. Like I recently saw a ridiculous article put out by the Washington Post. It was frightening. I don't know if the title of that article was actually from her. He would deport all immigrants. He would do this, he would do that. It was frightening. Why must you try to create this kind of fear into people on a daily basis? Now take a look at Jen Psaki saying the same thing. I don't know if they actually have the same talking point on all their episodes, because when you listen to Jen Psaki, listen to The View, it's like the same person writing all the script. It is insane. Sometimes give someone a chance to actually observe. When Trump was president, what they are saying now, we didn't see that. It's still almost the same thing. So I don't understand why they keep on saying some kind of ridiculous things. It is insane totally. It is high time they realize that the solution to combat what is going on in around the world, Trump can actually bring down a lot of things. If you are a clean person, I often say this, you will never be afraid of any person because you know your record are clean. So why should you be afraid of people? If you see someone that is panicking this way, you have to understand maybe the person doesn't have a good record, reasons they continue to panic, like you see on daily basis on The View. I want to know, if you have been watching this show, do I understand a lot of people don't watch it, watch their episode from Monday to Friday. If they don't mention Trump in any episode, then I have something to offer you. I have not seen it. Every day they mention his name. It's either they're saying this, saying that. They are not getting tired.